So one of the most common questions people ask is, how long does it actually take to learn the piano? Some videos say you might learn it in 30 days, and other people in real life will tell you it will take you years. But which one is true? Well, I would say the honest answer is that both can be true. Because learning piano depends on what level you want to reach. Like someone who just wants to play a few songs at home is very different from someone who wants to become a professional pianist. So instead of giving you one confusing answer, I want to explain this in a very simple way. So I would say there are basically 3 types of piano players. Number 1 is people who just want to play a few songs, maybe to impress family and friends, or just whenever they see piano somewhere, they just want to be able to make sounds out of it. And that's totally fine. The next group of people are people who take piano seriously as a hobby. And the third one is the professional pianists who make money from it, and maybe they are also composing music. So each level has a very different time commitment, practice routine and skill level. So I've been playing for about 20 years, but not professionally. I would say I'm in the second category, the serious hobby pianist. And honestly, that's where many piano players end up at the end. So let's go through each level and see which one sounds like you. So this is probably most people watching this video. You don't want to become a musician. You don't want to practice for hours every single day. You just want to sit at the piano and play a few songs that you love. Maybe songs like Let It Be, River Flows in You, a movie soundtrack or a game theme. And that's totally fine. You don't need to master the piano to enjoy playing it. So at this level, you can play simple songs with both hands, play basic chords, keep a steady rhythm, learn beginner songs. You might not read sheet music very fast, I would tell you. You might need a few weeks to learn a song, but you can sit down and actually play a song. And that's already a great place to be. So I would say for most adults, it takes around 6 months to 2 years to get to this level of playing like a few songs that you love. The biggest factor is how often you practice. So if you practice something like 20 to 30 minutes per day, about 4 to 5 days per week, you can start playing simple songs within a few months. But to feel comfortable at the piano usually takes closer to a year or 2. So if you want to compare this to ABRSM piano grades, this level is roughly grade 1 to grade 3. That means beginner to early intermediate level, and reaching this stage is already a big achievement, because the hardest step is to go from 0 to actually play a song. Now we move to the second category, which I would personally put myself into that category. You're not trying to become a professional, but piano becomes a serious hobby. You enjoy practicing every day, you want to improve, you want to learn new pieces, you want to learn harder music, you want to be independent and don't just rely on your teacher if you have one, and you keep playing for many years. At this stage, you can usually read sheet music fairly comfortably, play more complex pieces, play in different keys, control dynamics and expression, learn new pieces regularly, and you're not just pressing the right notes anymore. You're thinking about how the music sounds. You're trying to make it feel expressive and musical. So serious hobby pianists often play pieces like Chopin nocturnes, Beethoven sonatas, Debussy pieces, advanced film or game music. These pieces require much more finger control, musical expression and technical skill. Reaching this level, I would say it would take about 5 to 10 years. And this is where progress becomes slower. The first year of piano can feel quite fast, you're learning so much, but improving from okay to really good takes many years of practice. The most serious hobby pianists play around 45 minutes to 2 hours per day. Maybe not every single day because that's not realistic, but fairly consistently over many years. So this level usually corresponds roughly to grade 4 to grade 7. And honestly, this is already a very strong level of piano playing. Most people never reach this stage. Now we're talking about the highest level, professional pianists who make music their career. And this includes concert pianists, accompanists, recording musicians, piano teachers, conservatoire students training to become professionals, and maybe composers. So the level of skill here is extremely high. Professional pianists can perform very difficult music, sight-read complex scores, memorize long pieces, perform confidently on stage, interpret music at a deep level, and at this stage the piano is part of your daily life and work. And it would take around 10 to 20 years of serious training to get to that level. Most professional pianists start very young, often around the age of 5 or 6 years old, and they practice for several hours every single day. They often practiced around 3 to 6 hours a day, every single day of the week, sometimes even more when preparing for concerts. This level is around grade 8 of piano and beyond. Basically, grade 8 is the highest practical ABRSM exam, and after that there are some kind of diploma levels. So what really determines your progress? The most important factor is not talent, it's consistency. Someone who practices 15 minutes once a week will improve very slowly, obviously, but someone who practices 30 to 1 hour regularly every single day will improve much faster. And other things that help are having a good teacher, practicing the right things, being very patient with the process. Piano is a long-term skill. You improve little by little over time. So have you got your answer so far? How long does it actually take to learn the piano? It depends on the level you want. If you just want to play a few songs, 6 months to 2 years. If you want to become a serious hobby pianist, 5 to 10 years. If you want to reach professional level, 10 to 20 years you're looking. But the good news is this, you don't need to wait 10 years to enjoy the piano. You can start making real music much sooner than that. And for many people, the best place to be is right in the middle, a serious hobby pianist who enjoys playing music for life. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got your answer. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.